Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Sri Radhe. Jai Sita Ram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman. Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita. Nitya Gaura Haribol, 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 Haribol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pravajagacharya Shrotarasa Divine Grace Hape Charanarinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pravajagacharya Shrotarasa Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Ananda Godi Vaishnavrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की नवदीप धाम की मायापुर धाम की तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की समवेद भक्त वृंद की गौरी प्रेमानंदी all Gauris were some devotees, all Gauris were some devotees, all Gauris were some devotees. All Gauris to Sisi Guru and Gauranga Jaya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhudale Srimade Bhagavad Swami Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhudale Srimade Bhakti Hare Krishna. We shall be reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi-Lila, second chapter, text number 90, 91 and 92. 90 is not having any purport, I will just read the sloga. 91, 92 will recite. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Jaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudiraye Ashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloge Bhakti Bhavati Naishtage. Text number 90. Taije Zabhavadarera Krishna se Karana Arayega Sloga Suna Kuvyakya Khandana. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Krishna in the same way is the cause of all causes and all incarnations. Please hear another verse to defeat all misinterpretations. 91 and 92 will recite. Atra sargo visargascha sthanam bhoshanamudayaka manvandareshanu katha nirodho muktirashrayaka dashamasya vishuddhyardham navanamiha lakshanam varnayandi mahatmana sudenarthena janjasa atra sargo visargascha sthanam bhoshanamudayaka manvandareshanu katha nirodho muktirashrayaka dashamasya vishuddhyardham navanamiha lakshanam varnayandi mahatmana sudenarthena janjasa. You can recite text number 92. You can repeat. Sthanam bhushanamudayaka manvandareshanu katha nirodho muktirashrayaka yatham navanamiha lakshanam varnayanti mahatmana sudenardena janjasa. Mataji. Trasargo visargascha sthanam bhoshanamudayaka manvandareshanu katha nirodho muktirashrayaka dashamasya vishuddhyardham navanamiha lakshanam varnayanti mahatmana sudenardena janjasa. Atra in Srimad Bhagavatam sargaha, the creation of the ingredients of the universe, visargaha, the creations of Brahma, cha, and sthanam, the maintenance of the creation, poshanam, the favoring of the Lord's devotees, udayaga, impetuous for activity, manvandara, prescribed duties given by the Manus, Isha Anukatha, the description of the incarnations of the Lord, Nirodha, the winding up of creation, Mukti, liberation, Ashrayaga, the ultimate shelter, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Dashamasya, of the 10th, the Ashraya, Vishuddhyartham, for the purpose of perfect knowledge. Navanam, of the nine. Iha, here. Lakshanam, the nature. Varnayandi, describe. Mahatmanaha, the great souls. Sutena, by prayer. Arthena, by explanation. Cha, and. Anyasa, direct. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Here in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10 subjects are described. 1. The creation of the ingredients of the cosmos. 2. The creations of the Brahma. 3. The maintenance of the creation. 4. Special favor given to the faithful. 5. Impetuses for activity. 6. Prescribed duties for the law-abiding men. 7. The descriptions of the incarnations of the Lord. 8. The winding up of the creation. 9. Liberation from gross and subtle material existence. And the 10th, ultimate shelter, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The 10th item is the shelter of all the others. To distinguish this ultimate shelter from the other 9 subjects, the Mahajanas have described these 9 directly or indirectly through praise or different explanations. Because the purport is long purport, time is less, so I will read and explain simultaneously. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Chalagaya Chakshurun Milidam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Mogankaroti Vachalam Bangum Langayade Giri Yatkripatamagam Vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya Cha, Nandagopakumaraya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namaha Pankajanabhaya, Namaha Pankajamalini, Namaha Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye. Hare Krishna. So we are in the session of Chaitanya Charitamrita. In this chapter is actually Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami, before coming to the subject matter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he want to establish, he want us to understand that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna. And Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If somebody is making this statement, people in general or even devotees also, they may not approve. Still, if you go to South India, very rarely people they know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even though Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited that place, his padukas are there, okay, still people, you cannot see any temple where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there now except our temple, our center. They are starting to do that. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is written only for that purpose, as instructed by Nityananda Prabhu about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. To make sure, make clear, crystal clear, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself and he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now before he come to the Janma, Karma of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, activities of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is telling actually about Krishna. Even later on also in Chaitanya Charitamrita you will see maximum number of slokas are from Srimad Bhagavatam. Mahaprabhu is also speaking about Bhagavad, Srimad Bhagavatam, because he came in the form of a devotee. So now these texts are given actually, you are hearing actually the previous text. Krishnasa Kaviraja Goswami has quoted actually different Puranas, different Bhagavatam and opinion of different people. For example, he said actually misinterpretation. People are misinterpreting actually, saying that how is it possible? There is a general Narayana is having, Vishnu is having, Mahavishnu is having 4 hands. Krishna is having only 2 hands. Why he should be the supreme? He has got 4 hands. This is actually general people, they are asking why you are considering this Krishna. So even though there are Puranas and there are scriptures mentioning about it actually, why? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is actually Ananda Chinmaya, always enjoying actually. Many times Prabhupada says he has nothing to do with all these things, what is going on around actually. He has nothing to do, even though he knows everything. He is enjoying person, he has nothing to do anything. And because in the material world, he is concerned about the jivas, he is actually expanding himself or is sending his energies to do some activity, do something and show. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came as a devotee to do and show. Similarly, his expansions, even though he is Supreme Personality himself, because he found that even though other incarnation, Mahavishnu, Kshiradashai Vishnu, they are expanding and they are sitting in everybody's heart, still people are not changing, they are not approving actually, okay. So they have to do something, that is why 4 hands are there. For example, Brahma, our Brahma is having 4 heads. So he saw there are many Brahmas with millions of heads are there. So Bhagavan is telling to Brahmaji, because you have to do very little thing, your Brahmanda is very small. So you require 4 heads. And how can you can manage the Brahmandas with millions and trillions, beyond telling actually the amount, actually the area of the Brahmandas. So I have given more heads for other Brahmas. Just look after. So this is why some of the expansions or something like that, you see that okay, he is more active or something. But the original person, he need not do anything actually. Okay. So in our South Indian temple, Guruvayur temple, actually the 400 form is there, Narayana form is there, original deity. But he appeared in front of the devotees in 200 form. Even one who wrote Bhagavatam, condensed form, Narayaniam, he wrote all, at the end actually, 100 Sadaka, he finished Bhagavatam. Then every day when he go, he used to see the deity, 400 form. At the end of his writing, he has nothing to write, if anything is finished. Then he thought of going back, going away. But that day, the Bhagavan has given darshan for him. And he's mentioned actually, he is describing the 200 form of the Lord. Bahudunde Niratno Jolavale Prada Shonavani Pravale Nobata Venunalim Prasudamayu Khanguli Sankachara. Bahudunde Krishna, I am seeing you, every day I am seeing you in 400 form. Today you appeared in front of me in 200 form, Shamsundara form. And what are the things he is having in his hand, he is describing. So this is confirmed that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the original Bhagavan. All other expansions and everything is actually you are, as per the scriptures, the devotees, you should understand actually. So then, Krishnadasa Kaviraj Goswami is telling actually, quoting different slokas. Now, the purport, Prabhupada mentioned actually, this is, everybody knows this, 10 subject matters are there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, still Prabhupada has written the purport on it. These verses from Srimad Bhagavatam 2:10-1-2 list the 10 subject matters dealt with in the next of the Bhagavatam. Of these, the 10 the substance and the other 9 are categories derived from substance. These 10 subjects are listed as below. Sarga, the first creation by Vishnu, the bringing forth the 5 gross material elements, the 5 objects of sense perception, the 10 senses, the mind, the intelligence, the false ego, and total material energy or universal form. So, first creation, all these 24 elements we studied in second canto Srimad Bhagavatam in detail. It is done by the Lord Himself. He Himself created these elements. Then He is handed over to somebody. Visarga, the secondary creation of the work of Brahma in producing the moving and unmoving bodies in the universe, Brahmanda. So that job is going to Brahmanda. Here, take these elements. You are engineer, you assemble it. Actually, that job is. Sthana, the maintenance of the universe by the personality of Godhead, Vishnu. Vishnu's function is more important and his glory greater than Brahma's and Lord Shiva's. For although Brahma is the creator and Lord Shiva is the destroyer, Vishnu is the maintainer. So that is given actually in the third canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Maintenance is done by Vishnu. Srishti Sthiti Samhara. So, yeah, even though Brahma and Shiva has given some portfolio, especially showed that Vishnu is actually the direct expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because he is more powerful. And he knew that it's very difficult to make something. To maintain it is actually most difficult. So that most difficult thing is taken by the Lord Himself. I can only, these people cannot do it. Poshana, special care and protection for devotees by the Lord. As a king maintains his kingdom and subjects, but nevertheless gives special attention to the members of the family, so the personality of Godhead gives special care to His devotees who are souls completely surrendered to Him. So whoever is actually following the Vedic rules and who understood actually who is the Bhagavan, how he is worshipping the Lord, such people are given some shelter, they are given some special consideration. How? Bhagavatam is showing. Bhagavatam is actually the katha of the devotees. How the Lord, what is their relation with the Lord and how they have been protected. The urge for creation or initiative power, that is the cause of all invention according to the necessity of objects. Manvantara, the periods controlled by the Manus who teach regulative principles for living beings who desire to achieve perfection in human life. The rules of Manu, as described in the Manu Samhita, guide the way to such perfection. So the Lord Himself has come as Manus and He has given actually how to live in this material world. Vedic knowledge itself is how to live in this material world and ultimately what should be your goal and how to achieve. Ishanu Katha, scriptural information regarding the personality of Godhead, His incarnation on earth and activities of His devotees. Scriptures dealing with these subjects are essential for progressive human life. So the Lord actually introduced in between the Dashavadara Katha, you can see in between also is there, because that is required. The beginning of actually Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto itself. Speaker is Sutta Goswami. Sutta Goswami knows actually, instead of telling all these 12 chapter Bhagavatam, initially himself is telling this is Samman substance. What is your Samma? Savai Dharma and Paritij. Savai Dharma, Paro Dharma, Ado Bhakti Adokshaje. Ado Bhakti Adokshaje. He is telling that. Before going to all subject matter, Atokshaje, your dharma is actually to glorify him, to Katha. And in between, Prabhupada is telling actually the material world, cessation of the material miseries is Krishna Katha. Cessation, that word is used, stopping, completely stopping. Cessation, completely stopping. But nobody is actually, taking it seriously. That is why initially itself. All material problem can be solved actually in the second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. All answers are given by Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Katha. So Krishna Katha is introduced. Nirodha, the winding up of the energies employed in creation. Such potencies are emanation from the personality of Godhead who eternally lies in Karana ocean. The cosmic creation manifested with breath are again dissolved in due course actually. Then after the creation, maintenance is done, afterward this winding up. That is actually the Leela of the Lord actually. The material world is created, destroyed, again created, it is going on actually. That is also mentioned. Mukti. Liberation of the conditioned soul engaged by the gross and subtle coverings of body and mind. When freed from the material affection, the soul giving up the gross and subtle material bodies can attain the spiritual sky in his original spiritual body and engage in transcendental loving service of the Lord in Vaikuntha Loka or Krishna Loka. When the soul is situated in its original constitutional position of existence, he is said to be liberated. It is possible to engage in transcendental loving service of the Lord and become Jivan Mukta, a liberated soul even while in the material body. So, when everything is destroyed, and some souls actually, they go back home, back to Godhead, to the abode of the Lord, and how to achieve that actually. That should be the goal, mukti. Different type of muktis are there, but in our Krishna consciousness, mukti means leaving this material body. Specifically, Prabhupada is mentioned here, we have two type of body. Death means actually, normal death means we are leaving this gross body. Still the subtle body is taking to another body. But the intelligent persons, Prabhupada says, they will try to destroy these two bodies, both the bodies. Both are material. Then only you can achieve the original body, spiritual body. The process of doing it, that is also Bhagavatam is mentioning actually, how merciful is the Lord. So, even Mukta, you try to engage, come to the constitutional position of the Jiva, Jivera Swarubhaya Nityera Krishnadas. Only remaining as Krishnadas is not enough actually. What Das is supposed to do? Das is supposed to engage in the service of the Master, please him. That process is also given actually. Then one can leave these two bodies. That is also given. Then Ashraya, the transcendence, the Sammam Bonam, from whom everything emanates, upon whom everything rests, and in whom everything merges after annihilation, is the source and support of all. The Ashraya is also called the Supreme Brahman, as the Vedanta Sutra, Adado Brahma Jijnasa Janmadiyasya Yataha. Srimad Bhagavatam especially describes this Supreme Brahman as the Ashraya. Sri Krishna is the Asraya, and therefore the greatest necessity of life is to study the science of Krishna. This is the message of Srimad Bhagavatam throughout Srimad Bhagavatam. Why it is required, why we should pray to Krishna, why we should study about Krishna, why we should read Srimad Bhagavatam. Because he is the Asraya. All the nine, the Kado, whatever is there, they are all emanates from him, created by him actually. Somebody created something, that created one is the shelter of the original one. We are all created by the Lord. We are actually, our shelter is the same. You know, when some children, small children, they have a problem, they cry and go to home, they will go, Mom, Ma. Okay. So, but in Krishna consciousness we say that actually you need not call your mother. Mother, what? Suppose you are away, you are in difficulty. Oh, my mother. What mother can do it? Mother cannot do anything. So you have to call our mother, father, Janmantara is Krishna. Call him. Krishna. Krishna. Then he can hear. Wherever he is there, he can hear. So other day, last week I went to Pandharpur Vithala Darshan. So the katha was going on there actually about Vithala. You know, how Krishna is merciful. He is so merciful. This Pundaliga, the devotee, he was doing actually the devotional service. He was greatest devotee of Krishna. But he never went anywhere. He was doing that particular place. He would keep on doing the devotional service. He was loving Krishna. And he was serving his parents. Leaving his parents, he was not going anywhere. So Krishna wanted to say, he wanted to see this devotee. He has not called you, come here. That he wanted to see the devotee. Prabhupada says, you do your devotional service in such a way that you need not try to see Krishna. Krishna, I want to see you. No. You do it in such a way that Krishna want to see you. Who is this devotee? He is doing so many great things for me. So he came to Pandharpur. The Lord came to Pandharpur. Bahana bolte. Actually, one day Radharani went to Dwaraka. So Rukmini Devi saw Radharani sitting with Krishna. She got annoyed. And she left Dwaraka. And she came to Pandharpur and she was sitting there and she was doing meditation. So Krishna wanted to search for her, pacify her, bring her back, Rukmini Devi. So he came, by the time he thought actually I will see Pundaliga, this body. He went to the doorstep and he saw he serving his parents. So Pundaliga understood actually some important person has come, my doorstep. Effulgence is there, something very special. He looked back and he saw Krishna himself is standing there. Then he wanted to finish his duty of his parents. He said, you wait. There was a brick there actually. It is said that Indira got a curse from somebody that you will become a brick. Then he prayed to Vishnu saying that, no, I don't want to become brick. He said, okay, no problem. I will come to Pandharpur. That time I will liberate you. So that brick he took it and threw to Krishna. Wait sit down. Please sit down. Somebody comes in our house, they will say, no, please sit down. Give a seat. So he is standing there in this form, waiting actually. Waiting for this devotee finish his job and come. And then he finished and came and is glorifying him actually. You came here. Then Krishna told, I am very much pleased with you. Very much pleased with you. You asked for some benediction. He said, I don't want anything, but I have one request for you. You came here, you are standing here, this form waiting for devotee. You wait here, same place eternally. Don't go away from here. And one more thing, you should give your charan to all the jivas, whether high or low, or this caste or that caste, everybody should be allowed to touch your feet. This benediction I want actually. See, Vaishnavas are so merciful. So till today, anybody can go and touch the feet of Vitala. So I was very excited to go inside. I thought we may not get a chance. But they said, okay, you can hug, you can touch. Very nice. So how merciful is the Lord? Okay. So it is said that anybody goes and touches lotus, that is the real lotus feet. Touch the lotus feet, punarjanmana vidyate. They will not get in punarjanma. So that way, he is asraya. He want to give asraya. For Asridas is also known as Asrida Valsala. Those who are taking shelter is Bhakta Valsala. Asrida Valsala. So this is to be learned in our life actually. We should take the shelter of Krishna, none other than anybody. That is why Bhagavatam, Shukadeva Goswami also, beginning second canto when he is starting actually, he is telling to Parikshit, instead of going to Krishna Katha and everything, he is telling that Adaeva sanai chittam prasaktam asatam pati bhakti yogena tivrena viraktya chananyata vasam. It is the duty of every conditioned soul, to engage its polluted consciousness, which is now attached with the material enjoyment, is very serious, in very serious devotional service with detachment. Anya bilashida shunyam. With detachment, it is very essential. In beginning only he is telling. The first day itself he is telling to Parikshit, to all of us actually. Beginning of Krishna consciousness, this is to be understood actually. Tivrena, this word is used actually. Many people are going to, I am doing so many things, but Krishna is not merciful to me, I am not getting any mercy, not getting this, I am not getting this. That is why he is using the Tivrena Bhakti. Many places he has used it. Whatever we do, devotional service should be serious, not casual. Oh, sometime I will go, sometime I will not go, sometime I will read Bhagavatam, sometime I will chant. No. You will get some benefit, but no. You cannot get the ultimate goal. You cannot achieve that without doing Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. Devotional service also he is telling that Viraktiya, unconditional. So like that, so Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So our Krishna Kaviraj Goswami is establishing that Krishna, who is Supreme Personality of Godhead, today he has come here mercifully in the form of a devotee. But don't try to misunderstand, he is a devotee and ordinary person. Srivasa Acharya actually was afraid somebody was coming to arrest him because he is doing kirtan. And he closed the door and he was doing Namaste Narasimhaya actually. Narasimhadev Puja he was doing actually. Mahaprabhu came to know, he is doing that Narasimha Puja when I am here. He went actually, he banged the door, kicked the door, opened, Srivas, open. He opened the door and he said, actually, oh, what you are doing? I am he. You are worshipping Narasimhadeva. I am he. I am here. So you should come to me. I can do. Nobody will come and arrest you, Baba. So that assurance is given. Assurance is given to us also. So we should simply Nityaya Gaurango, Nityaya Gaurango, Nityaya Gaurango, Gauragari. Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Gauragari. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will help us actually. He has come to help us. Patita Pavanitya, the conditioned soul, Enakena Prakarana, he want to uplift us. That is why we should read Chaitanya Charitamrita. We want to know Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrita, one should read, not because of the statement, because of his activities, transcendental activities. He is Bhagavan himself. He himself was shown to the devotees. That is Krishna himself. So we should have faith in it. And having understood it, Prabhupada says, don't become miser. You give it out to everybody. Go out and preach about Mahaprabhu. Show present Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because he is more merciful than Krishna. So let them all avail that facility and try to go back home, back to Hare Krishna. I will stop here. Time is finished.
Hare Krishna. Narad Muni says in the first canto, 6th chapter, that etaddi aturachittanam matra sparshechaya muhu bhavasindu plavodristo haricharyanuvarnanam. So why we should, you are saying in the class, why we should hear Bhagavatam? Narad Muni clarified that one should, those who are troubled by the suffering because of the contact of the senses with the sense objects, matra sparshechaya muhu bhavasindu plavodrasto, in order to cross over this ocean of mental existence, they should simply describe the wonderful activities of Hari. That is the Bhagavatam. You know, and then various incarnations, stories are there in the pastimes. When we become, when we study all these pastimes, and then when we become purified, then we can understand the 10th canto Bhagavatam, Krishna's pastimes. Like that. Once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I think in Srivas Thakur's house, some katha is going on, something, then he became Avesh with Narsingh Avatar. And then he appeared as Narsingadev, and then he started going in the streets. And then all the people of Navadvip, they became very frightened seeing the Narsingh Avatar. Then they all running helter-skelter. Then Mahaprabhu understood, oh, my Narsingh Avatar is causing fear. Then he told Srivas Thakur, Narsingadev, I should not have assumed this form of Narsingha. I have frightened people. Then Srivas Thakur said, no, Mahaprabhu, your form of Narsingadev would cause auspiciousness to all the living entities who had just seen you like this. And then he would, all the sinful reactions of billions of lifetimes, they get nullified, those who have seen this form. Like that. So, Mahaprabhu showed that once he assumed the form of Varahadev, once he assumed the form like a Mahavishnu, lying on the Advaita Acharya, he became like that. Mahaprabhu showed he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why Prabhupada says, Mahaprabhu and Krishna, they are not avatars, they are avatari. We should remember that.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for a wonderful class. When I went to Pandharpur recently with Sri Krishna Chaitanya Swami, and I asked a devotee about the Adi-Lila, and he said that Krishna asked the devotee, well, what do you want? He said, I don't want anything. He said, oh, you asked me for something. And he said, the only thing I want is your Vrindavan pastimes to be here in Pandharpur. So there's Vrindavan pastimes here. So what you said was correct, but I heard a little different from a different devotee. Yeah.
Krishna is merciful. What is beneficial for us, he is ready to do it. As some devotees are singing, Krishna, will you play your role in Vrindavan once again? Your pastime Leela? Okay. One devotee is singing song actually in South India. He's asking, Krishna, will you play your Leela again, once again, in Vrindavan? That time everybody was seeing, now we cannot see it. Can you play once again? So he is playing. He kept Vrindavan Dham there actually. Those who can see, they can see. Still pastimes are going on. Leela is going on. Nitya Leela is going on. Okay. Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Kantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.